Good afternoon. I want to briefly talk to you about who are your real brothers and sisters. Who is your real family when you call yourself a Christian or a kingdom citizen or an ambassador for Christ or a son or daughter of God? Matthew 12, verses 46 through 50. As Jesus was speaking to the crowd, his mother and brothers stood outside asking to speak to him. Someone told Jesus, "Your mother and your brothers are standing outside and they want to speak to you." Jesus then asked, red letters, "Who is my mother and who are my brothers?" Not a very kind and nice answer from Jesus, correct? The "who is my mother, who is my brother" is almost like, who's claiming to be my mother and my brother, knowing he had a mother and knowing he had brothers. Okay, then he pointed to his disciples and said, the ones who had left everything to follow him, the ones who was living a total surrendered life to the king of the kingdom, the one who told the wife and the kids, "I gotta go be with Jesus. He's only gonna be here a little bit of time. I will come back after I finish my assignment with Jesus." That's who he looked to and said, "Look, these are my mother and my brothers, and anyone who does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother, my sister, and my mother." We've got to stop with the foolishness of thinking everybody that claims they're a Christian is your brother and sister in Christ. If they're not doing the will of the Father, that means if they've went left, they went rogue, they're now a false prophet, a false teacher. They're not doing the will of the Father. They're actually doing damage to the sheep. They're doing damage to people who supposed to be, in theory, their brother and sister in Christ. You can't keep calling them that. In the world, they have a statement, and I'm gonna give the kingdom version of it. Not all skin folk is your kinfolk. Dealing with the people that's your same color are not always in line with you. They're really not your kin. Well, in the kingdom, we should pick up this same mindset, but it should be said, not everyone who says, "Lord, Lord," is your actual brother and sister in Christ. Because just like Jesus told them, "Of depart from me, you workers of iniquity," he was saying they claimed it was with Jesus. So when people claim they're your brother and sister in Christ, you better check the fruit and find out if they're actually doing the will of the Father. Because based off of Jesus' words, that's the only people that's his family. The people doing the will of the Father. Keep that in mind. Don't lose sight of that, because you're going to need that in these days to come. Y'all be blessed.